Silence as a source of inner peace. Imagine a world where the constant noise in your mind finally goes quiet. Sounds impossible, right? We're so used to noise, whether it's external, like honking horns and nonstop notifications, or internal, like that critical voice that never seems to shut up. That silence can almost feel intimidating. But here's a truth that few know. Silence is the quickest path to inner peace. Contrary to what many believe, peace isn't something you find on a secluded beach or in a mountain retreat. It's within you, waiting to be accessed through silence. And the most surprising part? It doesn't require a long, exhausting practice. The reward is quick and tangible. Some people report a transformation in their lives after just a few minutes of daily silence. It might sound controversial, but silence can do more for your mental health than any modern distraction. When you begin to cultivate silence as an active practice, you'll notice something interesting. The noise that once dominated your thoughts loses its grip. Imagine being in a room full of people talking. And suddenly, an indescribable calm takes over. That's what silence does within you. Thich Nhat Hanh reminds us that silence isn't just the absence of sound, but the presence of something much deeper, the presence of peace. Over time, this peace starts to permeate every area of your life. Become calmer, more focused, and most importantly, more aware of who you truly are. This might sound abstract, but in practice, it means you start making wiser decisions, handling challenges better, and above all, feeling an unshakable peace, even in moments of chaos. Practice of silence is simple yet powerful. Want a practical example? Try setting aside 5 minutes of your day, either in the morning or at night, to simply sit in silence. No need for mantras or complicated techniques. Just sit and observe. At first, your mind might resist, but that's part of the process. Over time, this small act of daily silence becomes an anchor for your inner peace. The goal isn't to eliminate thoughts, but to observe without attachment. With this, you'll find that silence isn't an end, but a path to living more presently and consciously. The result? A more balanced life, with less stress and greater mental clarity. Inner stillness as the key to success. Have you ever wondered why some people can face extremely stressful situations with an almost supernatural calm? While the world crumbles around them, they remain steady, as if they have access to a secret source of strength. The truth is, this source isn't some esoteric secret or unattainable superpower. It's inner stillness. Ryan Holiday, in his book, Stillness is the Key, shows us that stillness isn't just important. It's essential for success in any area of life. Counterintuitively, the secret to achieving great things isn't working faster or piling up more accomplishments, but learning to stop and reflect. Speed leads to burnout. Stillness gives you clarity and direction. When you adopt this inner stillness, your perspective changes completely. Think of the great leaders and innovators in history. Abraham Lincoln, for example, was known for his ability to withdraw into himself and reflect deeply before making important decisions. The same goes for contemporary figures like Bill Gates, who takes weeks of disconnection for reflection and planning. Stillness allows you to see things more clearly, making decisions with wisdom, and avoiding the mental fatigue caused by the constant noise of information and external pressures. This practice not only improves your decision-making ability, but also strengthens your emotional resilience. Applying this idea in practice can be simpler than you think. Instead of diving straight into your daily tasks, take a few minutes to sit in silence before you begin. It might seem like a waste of time at first, but soon you'll realize that these moments of stillness give you an incredible advantage. You become more efficient and focused. Another practical example is creating space in your weekly routine for reflection. It could be a solitary walk, a moment of meditation, or even a journal where you jot down your thoughts. The key point here is to make time for this strategic pause. In the end, this practice will transform your life. You'll be able to make decisions with confidence and tranquility, overcoming obstacles with a serene mind and a firm heart. Silence as a gateway to the present moment. Living in the present seems like a beautiful concept, but one that's unattainable for many. We're always stuck in the past or anxious about the future, creating an endless cycle of stress and worry. However, Eckhart Tolle, in his iconic book The Power of Now, reveals that the secret to breaking this cycle lies in something surprisingly simple: Silence. Counterintuitively, it's in silence that we find the true power of now. And the reward? Immediate. When we quiet the mind, we're able to connect deeply with the present, and with that, discover a peace that many spend their entire lives searching for in the wrong places. The practice of silence as a door to the present involves more than just avoiding external distractions. It's about taming the rampant thoughts. Think of it like being on a high-speed train, where you're always thinking about the next destination. Silence is the act of pulling the emergency brake, stepping off the train, and realizing that you're already where you need to be. And now, Ola emphasizes that when we allow ourselves this pause, we experience a depth of peace that transcends the daily noise. This present awareness frees us from the chains of the past and future anxieties, allowing us to live more fully and calmly. Applying this idea can be as simple as introducing moments of mindfulness into your daily routine. Imagine you're washing dishes or walking to work. These are perfect moments to practice presence through silence. Instead of letting your mind wander, focus on what's in front of you. Notice the sensations, sounds around you, the movement of your body. This is the power of now in action. The daily practice of this kind of silence creates a direct connection to the present, resulting in a richer, calmer, and above all, more conscious life. Silence as strength for introverts. We live in a world that never stops talking. Everything around us screams for attention, from social media to the constant demands of work and social life. And for introverts, this flood of noise can be especially draining. However, Susan Cain, in her book Quiet, Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking, reminds us that silence is actually one of introverts' greatest strengths. While the world celebrates noise and extroversion, introverts find their power in moments of silence and deep reflection. Counterintuitively, it's in silence that creativity flourishes, and it's here that introverts truly shine. Silence, in this context, isn't an escape but a source of energy and renewal. When introverts step away from the noise and turn inward, they tap into a reservoir of creativity and innovation that often goes unnoticed in a fast-paced world. Think of great figures like Albert Einstein or J.K. Rowling. Both were known for their love of silence and solitude. Using these moments to create masterpieces changed the world. Cain highlights that introverts, instead of trying to fit into the noisy model of modern productivity, should embrace their silence as a unique advantage. To put this idea into practice, consider intentionally setting aside time for silence. If you're an introvert, accept this as an essential part of your routine. It might be spending 30 minutes a day without distractions, simply reflecting or doing something creative without external interference. Or it could be finding a way to work in an environment that respects your silence, a space where you can focus and recharge. Silence then becomes not just a moment of pause, a tool for cultivating your best self, enhancing your productivity and inner peace. Reducing digital noise to cultivate inner silence. We live in an age of digital overload where most people feel they're constantly connected, but rarely present. The need to disconnect has never been more urgent. And Cal Newport, in his book Digital Minimalism, Choosing a Focused Life in a Noisy World, offers a simple yet powerful solution. Reduce digital noise to make room for silence and reflection. This might sound radical in a world where everyone seems glued to their devices. But the truth is that by minimizing digital distraction, you don't lose touch with the world. On the contrary, you reconnect with what really matters. Newport's idea is clear. When we're immersed in a constant flood of information, we lose the ability to think deeply and reflect meaningfully on our lives. Silence, in this context, is the tool that allows us to reclaim this ability. Imagine your mind as a computer with too many tabs open. Each of these tabs is a notification, a social media post, or a random video you just watched. Closing these digital tabs frees up memory and processing power so you can focus on more important things like your relationships, your goals, and your mental well-being. A practical way to implement this idea is to establish daily or weekly moments of digital detox. This can be as simple as turning off your phone during meals or dedicating Sunday to being completely offline. This practice allows silence to return to your life, providing space for deep reflections and reconnecting with yourself. Over time, you'll notice that this periodic disconnection isn't a loss of productivity, but a gain in mental clarity and focus. After all, by silencing digital noise, you create an environment where your most important ideas can finally emerge. The impact of silence on human well-being. While many people see silence as uncomfortable or even threatening, George Prochnow, in his book In Pursuit of Silence, Listening for Meaning in a World of Noise, argues that silence is vital for human well-being. What few realize is that silence has a profound effect on physical and mental health. In an increasingly noisy world where we are constantly bombarded by sounds and information, silence becomes not just a luxury, but a necessity. Counterintuitively, it's in silence that we find healing, tranquility, and a return to balance. Prochnow explores how silence affects our bodies on deep levels. He cites studies showing that prolonged exposure to noise can increase stress levels, negatively impact the cardiovascular system, and even impair sleep quality. In contrast, silence has the power to lower blood pressure, decrease cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and improve concentration and memory. Silence isn't just a break from noise. It's a way to proactively take care of your health. It becomes a natural remedy for both body and mind. To apply this idea to your life, consider incorporating moments of conscious silence into your daily routine. This can be as simple as starting your day with a few minutes of meditation, or ending the night with a silent walk. Another practical example is finding a quiet place to retreat during the day. Whether it's a park, quiet room, or even a corner of your home where you can reconnect with silence. The regular practice of silence not only improves your overall well-being, but also offers an opportunity to recharge your energy and rebalance your life amid the chaos of everyday life. Now that you know the power of silence, it's time to apply it. The noise of the world will never stop, but you can choose moments of peace and reflection in the midst of the chaos. These small pockets of silence can transform your mind, your decisions, and even your emotions. Why not start now? Set aside a few minutes of your day to silence everything around you and reconnect with yourself. If you want to continue learning ways to improve your life, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Let's embark on this journey together toward a more balanced and conscious life.